everyone. Twinning. Let's start. Let's go. Oh, hello. Let's see here.
Minnesota homeowners, all the electric companies like Excel are
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Let's know where you are joining in from.
Whoa, whoa, yeah. No man can see the end of your grace. Yeah. No man can know the end of your love. No man can see the end of your glory. No man can know the end of your power. As far as the heavens stand above the earth, you are exalted, unlimited God. As far as the heavens stand above the earth, you are exalted, unlimited God. Oh, you are exalted. You are exalted. You are exalted. Unlimited God. You are exalted. Oh, you are exalted. You are exalted. Oh, 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 hey, hey, hey. You are exalted, Lord. Nobody else like you. No man can see the end of your grace. Yeah. No man can know the end of your love. Yeah. No man can see the end of your glory. No man.
Hello, guys. Good evening, everybody, and thank you so much for joining this live show today. Let me know if you are able to hear me well so that we can begin. And then all we usually do is, first of all, you drop a comment. That is the checklist drawn by me. You just drop a comment. Let us know where you are watching from so that we can be able to greet you before we go into our live show today. Hi, Prince. Where are you watching from? Good evening, Isabella. Going to be an exciting talk. You look great, so thank you so much. Precious Jacobs, I'm here now, brother. Thank you so much for joining, sir. Good evening, wherever you're watching from. I have Jessica. Jessica here. Thank you, Jessica, for joining. So, where are you watching from? No, the background song for me from Limbe. All right. Hi from Limbe. Then we have Christy, who is watching live from Bamenda. And then I also have Nuela. Hi, Nuela. How are you doing? Hello, joy and happy people. Thank you so much for joining. Joy, good evening. I know it's also evening where you are watching from. And then we have Gladys. Hi, Gladys. Thanks for joining. We have Olivette, Evangelist Full, and then Jessica. We have Gladys, who is also joining in from Douala, Cameroon. And then we have Blandine. Hi, Blandine. We have Rita. Rita is joining from Bamenda. Okay, we have guys. If I pass your name here, because I might not see all the names, so sometimes when there are just passing on the screen like that, you easily jump some names. So I might not read all the names. So, but as we go on with the discussions today, we get to talk to all of you, know you more. We have Gladys joining from Douala. Then we have Kiara watching from Limbe. Thanks for joining. We have Thomas. We have Sembi Petra. Good evening, Petra. We have Jimsumbo Mata. Then Kasi. Yeah. So, guys, today we are having our topic as you can see on the screen. They say, who is your friend and what are you guys building together? This is what we are going to be talking about today. A friend is like a special gift from God. There are two things that you can have in your life. You can have a friend as a gift from God or as a gift from the devil. And now these are particular people that help influence your life more than any member of your family, because these are people that you get to spend most of your time with. And now, if you don't make proper decisions in choosing the people that you call them friends, this is where you are going to lead your life to a place where you will not be able to come out from. You know, most of us sit every day and you feel that you have friends just because people are so close to you. You believe that they are your friends. And then at the end of the day, those are the people that actually lead you to a place where you are unable to return. And you begin to ask yourself, what is your friend and what have you been building together with your friends? As we go into this show today, we'll be taking examples from people who have been able to build a lot of things in the world. Like, for example, we are on Facebook today, talking on Facebook, and this is thanks to the CEO of Facebook because he created Facebook with his friends. And then we are asking yourself, what is that thing that you have been building with your friends? Are you like trying to, do you have those kind of friends that you people just sit together and try to pull down relationships? And do you have those kind of friends that you guys sit together and try to talk about other friends? Do you have those kind of friends that you guys sit together and maybe try to follow women around or to go drink and all those kind of stuff? So these are things that we'll be talking about. Now, while this live show goes on, you can feel free to drop your questions, you can drop your points, and drop everything that you want us to discuss about as far as the topic for today is concerned. Somebody like me in particular, when I just graduated from school, that was in 2007, when I had advanced level. I was in a locality, I was in Fundong, and by that time, you know, I was not yet exposed to the world anyway, but I had people that we were friends together. And the kind of life that we used to live was like when you get up every morning, you all you needed to do was, you know, look for where they sell sha. You can go into the market, that Fundong market. Those of you who are from Fundong, you will know what I'm talking about. We were just waiting for the day to come, and then we go into the market, buy some sha, we drink, get drunk, move around, and then celebrate that we have made it in life. Now, every day, every person, we have the same time frame in life. Like if you have 24 hours a day, I have 24 hours, and everybody has 24 hours. Now, if a year is 365 days, we all have 365 days a year. Now, because of the fact that you feel that a day will just come and pass and that you can do anything that you actually like to do and nothing happens, that is when you begin to waste your life. And each particular minute that you waste in your life can never be returned. And each particular minute wasted in your life is very useful. You have to, in for you to become somebody or to become someone tomorrow, you have to get a plan. First of all, what are you working on? And what time do you need to work on what you are working on? You need to spend each day, not just spending the day, but at the end of each day, you need to ask yourself questions like, what did I achieve today? What did I do today? And what did I achieve or what did I not achieve? Now it happens that I wasted, like, it was a whole year and I never bothered. For me, it was nothing. Like, I did not care. For as long as the friends support you, whatever you do, for as long as you can be able to go with the friends and get to chase women around, for as long as you can get with the friends and be able to drink a lot, get drunk and talk rubbish, for as long as the friends, you feel that you people are at the same level, this is why you don't bother. Now, if you are a person and you are a boss, I used to say this because if you are a friend, you are like, you are a normal person, and wherever you go, you are a boss amongst your friends. Know that you don't have friends, you are supposed to change your friends. If you are that kind of a person that amongst your friends, everything. Like if they sit on the table, you are the person to always buy drinks and they clap for you, then you are not having friends. If you are that kind of a person where in a friendship you are that person that is always being looked upon as the right person or as the person who has already achieved, then you don't have friends. You are supposed to change those friends. Now, if you are that kind, you are having that kind of a friendship where you see yourself like always high on the table. You need to start building friendships where you are with people who are more than you for you to be able to succeed. You need to have those kind of friends who are more than you, who are higher than you, and who are going above you. There is a story of this American basketball guy watching from Limbe. Hi, Remedy. Thanks for joining from Limbe. Now, this American basketball guy, he's a star, and then he went to one school that was in Phoenix University. He wanted to have master's degree, and they told him that no, and he wanted to study from home because he's also a business guy. He's an entrepreneur, and he was like, no, they were like, no, you cannot study from home, sir, because in this school we actually need people. For you to study from home, it should be a full class, and this full class must be made up of at least 18 people before you can be able to study from home. And the guy was like, wow. But he needed to go to school, and for him to go to school, he cannot also go to like a normal school like you and I go, because he was a big person. He had made all the money in life and he had his companies that he was running. Now, do you know what this guy did? This guy went ahead and then collected 17 of his friends, paid for their school fees for those 17 of their friends, and then they attended school together, and they all have master degree, because he needed to attend school from home and he needed a group of people. They told him that he cannot be able to do it alone. And when we are talking about paying 17 people in a university like the one we are talking about, these are millions of money to pay. It's not just going to pay like a normal university, and getting people to accept to even go to school with you means that you are going to really sponsor them from scratch. So this guy, he got 17 friends of his, and today his 17 friends have master's degree, and he has the master's degree. Now, these are questions that you have to ask yourself every day. Like, can I have those kind of friends that will actually decide to see an opportunity and go in for that opportunity with me? Or I have those kind of friends where when they see opportunities, they instead hide from me. There are friends, most of us, we have those kind of friends that sometimes you are looking for a job together. And when the friend discovers that there is a job opportunity somewhere, he or she will be afraid that if they tell you about the opportunity, you will get it before them. And when you go and get it before them, you will be way ahead of them. These are not the kind of friends that you should be having beside you. You are seeing people, some people that when I used to grow up, my parents used to tell me that a million francs, a million people is better than a million francs. People who are aiming to be successful in life are those kind of people who build friendships around them. They build powerful friendships and they don't build money. They don't go ahead to build riches beside them. No, they get to put people beside them. So let's look at the first point. Let me see who are those who are joining in. Okay, hi, Solange, thanks for joining. Good evening, Nicoline. Nicoline is watching from Yaoundé. Hi, it's Yaoundé today, Nicoline. We have Gisbert, who is watching from Yaoundé. Lionel, good evening. And then we have Yvette Jam, who is watching from Bafia, Loughlin, and Elizabeth. Thank you guys for joining. Now, friends, the first thing that you should have to know with your friend is that you are supposed to be laughing together at each other and not laughing against each other with other friends. Now, most of you watching here will testify that sometimes your friends will come and like you have those kind of friends where they will come and be telling you like, these guys, this is what they said about you. They told me that you do this, or that your landlord actually had to throw you out of home the other day because you have not paid your bills, or maybe because I heard that your boyfriend had to abandon, or your girlfriend had to abandon you for so and so reason. Now, these are kind of friends that you have, and sometimes most of us, we really do not want to share our problems with people. And the reason why we don't want to share our problems with people is because when we share these problems with people, they will actually use these problems against us. There are some times that you are in a relationship that is hurting, and you have people who are supposed to be friends of yours, and they are relationship counselors, but you can never take this problem to your friend because they will use it against you. Now they might not just use it against you at that moment, but the day that you have a small problem with that person, the person will now use the problem against you. This is why mostly the people that you keep and you feel that are friends, they are not friends because you cannot actually take your problem to them. Hi, Patience say I need to be a good friend to have a good friend. Yeah, that is the point. Now, first of all, for you to be a good friend, to have a good friend, you also need to be a good friend, because only good friends can have good friends. Now, if you are not a good friend, the people that you are going to surround yourself with are not actually friends too, because they will be the same as you are. Good evening, sir. Watching from Alim Come. Thank you, Lucy, and for joining from Alim. How is Alim Come today? All right. So now, if you might have a financial problem, ask yourself, how many people can I immediately reach out to them and they resolve my financial issues? There was this other day I did this. I'm not even supposed to say this on Facebook because I was still planning to do this on Facebook, but I will still say it and I will still do it, and a lot of people still fail because I know that. And the truth is that when I will do it on Facebook, not everybody who will be able to, that, like, most of the people who are watching this live video, they will not be the day I do the prank on Facebook. So this the other day I woke up and I was like, I had to question myself. I was like, I have more than 1,000 WhatsApp number, and I have hundreds of people who view my status on Facebook, on WhatsApp every day. And I asked myself this question, like, are these just people around me or they are friends? Now, look at you on Facebook. You have, like, when you go to your Facebook page, how many people do you have? You have about 4,000 to 5,000 friends on Facebook. That those, you call them friends, right? Yeah, because there are about 4,000 to 5,000. Even if you have just 1,000, you have about 5,000 friends or 1,000 friends on Facebook. And you call them friends. Now, have you ever asked yourself, can those friends remove you from a shock of 50,000? Like those 5,000 friends, like if you came out today and you said you are short of 50,000, and you go to look into your Facebook friends, do you have up to 5 people there who can immediately respond to your 5,000 francs need? You have people on WhatsApp that you chat with every day, you call them your friends. You have more than 500 numbers on WhatsApp. Now, if you fall into a shock of 50,000, or just say 10,000 francs today, just try it and tell me, are you going to have 10 people who can be able to support you with the 10,000 francs that you fall shock on today? Ask yourself this kind of question. This is what I just want to diagnose. The purpose of this live show today is to make you to understand that you need a friend, and that what you have is not a friend, and that most of the people that you have that you call them friends, they are not friends, because what you surround yourself with are people. Sometimes you feel that they are clapping for you. They are not clapping for you. They are warming up their hands to slap you so that you can fall and die. Don't mind, like, when you get, don't always mind with the excitement that you see with people around you. Like, people who are your friends should not only be able to say congratulations, they should not able be just be able to meet you or maybe comment on your pictures on social media and say happy family, very beautiful friend, handsome, and all that. These are people who are able to go beyond and above, and to be able to do something when you fall into problems. When I posted on my status that day, I said I needed 50,000. I just posted that I urgently needed 50,000 for something to do something with it. Now, I just wanted to evaluate myself to see the kind of people I had friends. Now, within that was within 7 minutes, I had I think I had 10 people. I can't really remember, but within 7 minutes, I had about 10 people who responded that they needed to give me the 50,000. Meanwhile, I understand that mostly, so yes, people might reach out to me. In my case, might be different, because most people might reach out to help me because they know that sometimes I've been helping, and that they're just helping because they know that I'm they may feel a type, when I say I need 50,000. And again, a lot of my friends might not still actually believe that I actually need this 50,000 that I'm talking about, but it's still very true that I might need it. It's very true that I might still need 10,000. You might see me thinking that I have millions, but there's a time that I may need 50,000. I don't have it. So to be a friend, to be somebody's friend, be able to respond to that person in times of need, immediately respond to the person. So if you are having, you call yourself having friends, and those people are not able to reach out to you when you're in trouble, then what you have is not a friend. You don't have a friend. Now, there are most of us who are watching this live show today, and I will challenge you, or I'll ask you to try this challenge, and you will tell me that you don't have even one friend. You might feel that the people that you have are friends. You don't have friends. Now, this is what happens, guys. Your friend, when they say, when you look up for a definition of a friend, you see that that friend is someone who is able. I'm going to go to this point as I talk further in this live show, but your friend is someone who is able to stick to each other, which means that they can actually carry your problem as theirs. Now, imagine you have your landlord just threw you out of home, and then your rent was 50,000. You go to your friends and you tell them that my landlord just threw me out of home and I need 50,000. And your friends are every of your friend is like, oh, I wish I could help you. The other day my container sank, or the other day my daughter was in school, they needed 50. Then now they start bringing family problems, long stories. Like there was a time that there was a time that I had to draft a message because I really needed to draft a certain message, and I kept in my phone. That was an automatic message. Like I said that, well, when you contact me for money, I just send this message for you. I do have, because I did not have time to be typing messages, right? So you have people like that who will do automatic messages. I'm talking out of experience. There are people who have already programmed those messages and keep in their phone, and you reach out to them. It's like, I need money. They already have that their story already kept, and then they send it to you, and then life goes on. They forget about it. So those are not friends. They are not friends. So you are supposed to be able. You should be aware of that. Okay, Patience say your friend is someone who does everything with you together, difficult times and in good times as well. That is the truth. A friend should not be able to select moments. Being your friend means that the person should be able to be with you in your good and bad times. Your friend is like your family already, like an immediate family. Your friend is to you just like a spouse to you. So you people are able to do it together, and for better and for worse. That is who they call a friend. It is very difficult to find a good friend nowadays. Yes, it is very difficult, Bisong, to find a good friend, because most of the people that we call friends, they live for themselves and they don't live for each other. They are with you with a lot of competition, and then friends should not be able to compete. Most of them feel that when they help you, you will do better than they are doing. This is one of the reasons why people fail to help you. They don't help you because they're not able, but they're afraid that you are going to take a step ahead of them. So this is why you should be able, in choosing your friend, you should be able to know whether this person that you are choosing is that someone that will either be competing with you, or the person will be comparing with you. Competition and comparison are actually two things when we are talking about when it comes to life. Normally, to compete is not bad, but to compare is what is actually the worst, because you can actually sometimes you do healthy competitions with your friends, like competing to improve, and whosoever wins is never a problem. But the problem is that you do the competition for a reason. He said, so yes, I go call you and I show 100K go surely surely show. Of course, patience, if you are my friend, which I know you are, and then you get to me. I mean, if it is not even there, right? See, guys, I had a problem. I wish that guy was. There was a time I had a problem, and then I reached out to a friend of mine. This is what I call friends, right? I reached out to this friend. I told a friend that I needed $2,000 urgent immediately, because it was over the weekend and I really needed that money. That my friend did not he never told me that he had no money. The guy surprised me. So what this guy did was, like, he told me that, okay, I should just wait, let him see what he's going to do. And then just of a sudden the guy sent me $2,000. And when this guy sent me $2,000, he started now explaining his problem to me. He told me that he got this money from somewhere to give me, and he did not even ask me whether I am going to give back this money or when am I going to give this money. He never asked me. He just gave me the $2,000 and was like, he said, he then explained a problem to me he has been going through, and he was actually paying a loan. He never had money and he was actually on debt paying a loan. But he told me that there was no way that he could tell me that he does not have this money, and there was no way that he could wait to even that I even just the fact that I asked for this money from him, he could do everything to get this money across to me. So he first of all sent the money to me before started explaining his problem. And when he explained his problem, I now knew what this guy was going through. And then this is we have been struggling to resolve his problem together, and I have actually joined him in finding a solution to his problem. First, he never put his problem ahead, because you should not be that when you are my friend, it is not when I come up with my problem that you come up with your own problem. No matter the kind of problems that you have, don't come up with those problems when your friend comes up with a problem. If you like, your wife is about to divorce you, and I come with my case and tell you that my wife just divorced me, you should not take the problem of your wife and be telling me. That is not friendship, guys. That is the first way to know who is your friend. If someone is your friend, when you bring up a problem, that problem is being talked about there and then, and not about the person's problem. The person does not necessarily bring in their problem into your problem to overshadow yours. Don't tell me how your child swallowed maybe a fry pan, or tell me how your dog had to fly in the air, or maybe the car that you are driving had to suspend you along the road. No, I didn't come to you to talk about your own problems, because if you are my friends and I come to you, this is a time for us to talk about my problem and not your problem. By the time we are done with your problem, with my problem, you can bring in your problem. So as from today, if you have that kind of a friend that always comes up with a complaint each time you come in with your problem, then it is time for you to start thinking about changing that friend. You don't have a friend. I am not saying that the friend must always have a solution to your problem. They must not have a solution to your problem, but when you bring in this problem, they are there to help you brainstorm in order to have a solution to the problem. You don't take the problem to people because they have the solutions. You take the problem to people because they say two heads are better than one. And if you are my friend and another head, then why should I have you when you are not able to join your head with mine to brainstorm on the problem when I bring it to you? So bringing a problem to you does not mean that you should start explaining to me how your family problem, how your family had to, or your family got drunk at the Atlantic Ocean. That is not what friendship is all about. Good question. Are there friends that can actually stand by you when you are in urgent need? Kind friends. So that is the question, Lucy. You know, most of the friends that you have are spies. They are not friends that are there to help you, but they are friends that come to find out whether you have a problem so that they can take that problem and discuss against you. These are most of the friends that 99% of us have this kind of friends. And I tell you guys, if we had those kind of friends like people like Obi Kubana have in Nigeria, where like where he had to when he lost his mother, most of you who watched the funeral, you saw what happened. If we could have those kind of friends that people like Mark Zuckerberg have on Facebook, if we have those kind of friends that Shaq, the basketball guy, had here in America, friends can you people can build an empire together. And this is the question, the reason why I'm asking this question today. I say, who is your friend and what have you guys been building together? Because if you are a friend with somebody for 5 years and you guys have not built anything together, then you don't have a friend. You guys can either build a relationship together within those 5 years. When I'm talking about a relationship, I'm not talking about, because this one is not like about a boy and girl relationship. You guys can build a business relationship within 5 years. You guys can build a brand. You can build a company together. You guys can be able to build up an idea together that can help sustain each other. Now, there are friends that you also try to build up together, but because they have all kind of negativity in them, they always strive to see at the positive side. And this is why each time there is a fault, the friends leave you and they start talking against you. But if you have good friends, those are friends that you people have gone through thick and thin together. They are friends that you have fallen together, you have risen together, you are friends that you have to continuously fall and rise together. Life is a journey, and just like a highway, and on the highway of life, we have mountains where you have to climb, we have valleys, and then we have all loopholes everywhere, and you are bound to have accidents as you move along this highway of life. Now, having a friend does not mean that you just expect everything to flow on smoothly with your friends, but you have to understand that there will be a time where you and your friends will have to fall out. Falling out does not mean that you guys are going to separate. There will be a time where you and your friend will start building a business idea together, and the business will go into crashes and will all end up. There is a time where you and friends will start building up a certain relationship together and everything will spoil. But now it is time for you guys to always sit together and reason and see if there are some amendments that you can be able to make together. What did not go right? You have to keep continuously evaluate yourself. Most of us are having issues because we lack evaluation. We don't evaluate ourselves. We do everything that we want to do the way we want to do it, without minding if there was a reason to why it didn't work out. If you planned on a business yesterday and the business didn't work out, the questions you should be asking yourself with your friends is like, what happened that it did not work out, and what am I going to do to improve? Now, another thing that you need to know with your friends is that, first of all, don't use your problems against them. And if you have that kind of a friend that always comes to tell you what a lot of people talked about you, and ask your friend that question, like, why is it that those people are always talking about me to you? Because most of them are partakers. They sit on that table together and then they talk about you. And when they come to you, they are like they were saints. So ask yourself that, why do they feel comfortable talking against me or always talking about me when you are concerned? So these are questions you have. That's true. People will help you because of your personality. Yeah. Some people help you because of your personality. But now, being a friend to people who help you because of your personality means that those are people that will only leave you when nothing is working for you. Those are those kind of people. There are seasonal friends. You have seasonal friends. And these seasonal friends are those friends that are in you with you when things are moving on well for you, when you guys can be able to move together. Now, the first question where you should be able to ask yourself when making a relationship is like, what do I want to acquire in this relationship? What is the essence of this friendship? You have seasonal friends who actually come into your life just to take away the nectar in you, just like, birds will go, like these bees will go and then suck, or birds suck away nectar from the flowers. So these are kind of the friends that some of the friends that we do have. So ask yourself, what are you building together with these friends? What is your plan? What are you planning to do in the next 5 years? Do you actually have those kind of friends who now, not even like those kind of friends like this? Let me ask this question to everybody. First, did you ask somebody today, when you got up today, did you ask somebody like, how are you? Like your friend, like, how are you doing? Did you ask somebody yesterday, how are you doing? And then if you ask this person like, how are you doing, or a friend, now what was in your mind when asking this question? Is it like a general impression where we already know, like a standard greeting where you ask somebody, how are you doing? Now, are you sure that if you ask the person, like if you wake up today and you ask your friend that, how are you, and the friend says that I am sick, will you be able to look for a solution to help the friend with the sickness? Ask yourself this question, like, if I wake up today and ask my friend, how are you, and my friend says that, oh, yesterday my daughter was sent away from school because she lacked 5,000 francs to complete the school fee. Are you that kind of a person that you are going to look for a solution to see that that daughter goes back to school because of that 5,000? Or you will just say, oh, I'm so sorry to hear about that. Sorry about what? Me sorry, no kill you there. Sorry about what? See, don't sympathize or empathize on things that you are not going to bring a solution to. So you should be able to see how you are bringing up solutions, and not trying to ask questions like saying that, no, I'm so sorry to hear that this happened. Yes, in as much as it's very important to empathize or sympathize with people, it is absolutely more important to look for a solution. There are 5 things that you need to do. 5, jot them down. The first thing is the listening skill, which you need to have. Be able to listen. Listen very well to your friends. If you don't have this listening skill, you cannot be able to help your friend, because most of us usually assume that we already know it. So much so that when the person starts saying it, you already jump in and you feel that you understand. You don't understand anything, buddy. It is not your problem. That is somebody else's problem and not yours. So you are not understanding anything. Listen. The second stage is that you have to be able to sympathize or empathize with the person. These are the steps. I'm talking about the steps to be able to effectively solve your friend's problem. You have to listen attentively. Listening is a very great skill that everyone needs to have in life. You need to have these listening skills to be able to keep a relationship. You need to have the listening skill to be able to keep your marriage. You need to have a listening skill to be able to keep your friendship. You need to have this listening skill to be able to keep even your job. You need to listen. And then secondly, you have to be able to empathize or sympathize with a friend. Absolutely, you are empathizing because you are not the cause of the problem. So you have to empathize. Like a friend tells you that, no, well, I was actually supposed to this year. I actually thought I was supposed to go into ENS to write ENS, and unfortunately, I did not have money to write. So, which means that I'm still going to spend another year at home. This is so bad. You have to listen very well. You have already listened. Then you empathize with your friend. You can always tell your friend that, yeah, I really understand how frustrating it is to be able to spend another year at home again. I know this is so painful, and this is nothing that you have really planned to do, because I myself, I know the pain having to sit at home again for another 1 year. You have already empathized with your friend. It is not ending there. And you say, yeah, I'm so sorry to hear about that. And I know that this is a pain that it will take you a long time to really go through it. And I really understand. I have been in the same situation, or this so and so person has been in the same situation, and this is what happened. You have already empathized with the person, and then now you are going into the problem to ask your friend questions. What have you really been able to do to go through this problem? Asking my friend, like, yeah, so have you been able to try this? Or have you been able to try this other concours? What was really the problem that made you not to be able to go into ENS? Was it just because of money that you are not able to write the concours? Have you tried this so and so solution? You are going into the problem now to discuss more with your friends, to know how, because when you discuss problems with your friends, you are able to help them. This is the third phase of handling your friend's problem. If you are really a true friend, go into the friend's problem and try to diagnose the problem now by asking more questions from your friend to understand what really was the problem, and to see if your friend has exploited other avenues. It is not just about ENS. It might be about the friend's marital problems. You might talk, you see, sympathize. It might be about financial issues. You sympathize with the friend, ask questions to be able to better understand what your friend is going through and how you can be able to solve. The fourth phase is the solution. The solution now might be you giving the money to the friend, or the solution might be you getting to talk to the friend's wife, or getting to talk to the friend's husband to see if you can solve the problem. It just depends on what the problem is. The solution might be you getting another person to talk to the people. The solution might be you trying to get another person to help your friends. This is what it means to build a friendship, guys. This is what it means to be able to build friendship. The problem might not, it's not just about you. The person did not bring this problem to you because you are all knowing. The person brought this problem to you because they trusted you, they believed in you, and they believed that you actually have a solution to that problem, that you can have a solution to their problem. And having a solution to their problem doesn't mean that you will actually be the one to solve the problem, but because you are a resource person where you can get the way. So this is the fourth step, which is what? Getting a solution to the problem. And the fifth step, which is the last step, is to be able to find out whether you were able to solve, whether your friend is happy with the resolution that you took. Don't leave him angry. Don't always leave your friends angry, when, or don't always leave them empty when they come to you with problems. When you are getting to the fifth step, you are now trying to find out whether the problem, the approach that you took to solve your friend's problem was was, I mean, whether it brought a solution to the problem, or whether the friend enjoyed the approach that you used. You can solve your friends' problems not by really bringing a solution to the problem, by giving proposals that will make them happy. The essence is just about happiness, leaving them happy at the end of the problem. So those are the 5 steps that I talk about. First, you need to have the listening skill. Secondly, you need to be able to empathize with your friend. Third, you diagnose the problem, talk with your friends when they bring problems to you. Then, fourthly, you have to go into the solution and look into a way that you can be able to get a solution to solve the problem. And then the fifth one, which is the last, is to find out whether the resolution you took in solving this problem is acceptable to your friend and whether they really enjoyed it. Now, this is what it means to keep friendship, and this is what it means to solve a friend's problem. Listen, sometimes people are passive to us. Passive means that the people do not actually, like, they are just keeping us for the keeping sake. This is because they don't actually know if they can count on us or they can rely on us. But this is what you need to do know. If you successfully keep one person, just one, I'm not talking about, it's very difficult. There's nobody in this world who can actually have up to 5 friends. It's difficult. Well, it means that God just take off friend there for the work for you. It is first of all very difficult to have just one friend. It's difficult. So nobody will even be able to have up to 5 friends, because when you have 5 friends, you begin to prioritize. And when you begin to prioritize, you pick up the best out of those 5 friends, and that is the person you call your friend. Now, in order for you to be somebody's friend, you have to be able to use these 5 steps to diagnose a person's problem. And this is what keeps the person very close to you, because they know that you can be able to handle their problem. They tell you their problems, and at the end you feel sorry for them in return. Yes, now. So you, sometimes you take your problem to some people, and then you end up helping them, right? You end up like giving them, you say, "Ma, find you small thing, must I beg you." Even get transfer for go back. Your friend don't buy your house with problem. Now me, your friend don't come for visit you. You explain your problem for your friend. At the end of the day, you'll be like, "Oh, Master, you should say you even get transport for go back. Man, you smart. And you are the one who instead had a problem. Some people make you to feel guilty. Some people, like, there are some people that can cause problems and make you to instead be the victim, right? So don't even talk to those kind of people. Like, I just identify you. If I bring my problem to you today and you don't take any reasonable action, I will never, even if we are dying, I'm dying like this, I will never, because I already know the kind of person you are. And this kind of people, they don't only take these problems and like they go with them, like they don't only stay with the problems, but they take and expose. So, see this man, you're always claiming that you have, or you're always claiming that you are all knowing, or see this man that is always advising people, so always also coming to me to advise them. There is this Nollywood actor who died some years back. He died of kidney problem. And this guy actually died of kidney problem, not because this could not be treated in the hospital, but it was because of lack of finances. And now he had people in the industry who could be able to help him. What actually happened was he was not bold enough to tell these people in this his friends in the industry the problem that he was going through, because most of them will use the problem against him. There are some people that will help you and they'll still use the problem against you, and there are some people that will not even help you and then take again and use the problem against you. So some people just actually decide to stay in their closet and die with the problem if they have to, or they say, God, take control, say, carry on, Baba. God, to you I give all the glory. Then Pamela says that how can you get to know your friend? I think that this comment came in a little bit. Yeah, I think I've already answered this. To know your friend should be that kind of person that should be able to follow the 5 steps to solve a friend's problem. Now they must not follow these 5 steps chronologically or whatever, but these are things that you should be able to see in your friend. Like, do they sympathize with you when you bring your point? Do they even listen to you at all? Do they even try to find out ways to solve these problems? Do they ask you questions when you come in? And do they actually give you resolution, or do they give you proposals on how this problem can be solved? These are things that you should need to know. What you need to know about a true friend. Yeah, he took your problem as his. That is good. That's what friendship is for. There are most of my friends who think of me during emergency, but when I'm my own turn, I'm on my own. Yes, and then now let's talk, for example, most of your friends that you have today, if you are in a group and then you lost a member of your family or you die, you just come and see the money that they will contribute for you. Now let's talk about getting. I'm in one group, and there's a time that we talked about trying to contribute money to set up a business that can help some of the people that did not have jobs at that time, or they were not working and nobody was willing to do that. Now, but if somebody dies, money will come out for a funeral. Nobody wants to contribute money that can help you, but people wants to contribute money that can help send you away from this world, like can send you far away from them. Nobody wants to see you. They don't want to see you. They want to bury you so that you should die and go. So if it comes to like contributing money for your funeral, everybody is ready. People can contribute 10,000 francs for funeral. Like, have you asked yourself, in most of the groups where you are, when it is born house, how much do you guys contribute? They contribute maybe 1,500. But if somebody dies, how much do you contribute? Ask yourself, why is it that the friends that you are with them, they tie so much attention when it comes to contribute money to bury people? Why is it that most of your friends that you are with them, why is it that the time most of the attention is shifted towards contributing money when someone has an accident? These are, we just want to help people in cases where it will not even be helpful to them. But instead of building up these people that you call friends to be able to be financially powerful, you instead want to help them get away out of this world. Now, most of our friends, they feel that, like I said at the beginning of this show, if you have those kind of friends where you are the boss, then you are not a friend, and those people are not friends. Most of our friends are those that want to carry the position of a boss. I used to be, in those days, I used to be Grand Katika. Like, I used to, when I like, now, you know, we used to, when I sit somewhere on a table, like you give right, you say pass one round for here, pass one round for that table, pass on the club, they say yes, yes, boss is there, boss has come. And this kind of people don't want to be challenged. That is the kind of friends that you want to be with. Friends that cannot lead you to anywhere. Friends that will only keep clapping for you as you spend money uselessly. You want to be with friends who cannot give you an advice. Friends that they cannot discuss business opportunities. Friends that you are richer than them. Friends that cannot help you tomorrow. Friends that you can always be the one to feel that you can help them. These are kind of friends that you have. I used to go into the market when we are drinking sha, because I used to, yeah, that was in 2008, 2007, 2008, like that. When I go into the market, I will ask the lady, like, how much is that sha all in that pocket? They will say 7,000. I say give it to everybody to drink, and they'll clap. Yes, yes, Oga has come, boss has come. And that was, it made me so happy and so fulfilled, and that is how life was. Now, what was the plan for my future? This was because of the friends that I also had beside me, because they were encouraging me to do that. Because you should be able to have friends who can hold you accountable. Has your friend ever held you accountable? Have you had a friend who has told you that what you are actually doing is not right? Have you had that kind of a friend? If you have not had that kind of a friend, then you don't have friends. You need to have a friend who can actually call you to order, say that no. Now there's a time that you guys will actually fight, even talk about, and then quarrel because of something you did wrong somewhere, and not something that affects that friend's interest. Because some people will only hold you accountable when what you have actually done is really of their interest. Now let it be like a friend where sometimes the friend should actually come and then talk to you for maltreating your wife, or maltreating your girlfriend, or maltreating your husband. These are kind of friends that you should talk about. A friend should come and tell you that no, Francisca, I don't like the way you talked to your husband yesterday. This is absolutely bad. You have to respect your husband. No, they will not say it. They cannot, because you people are sitting in a Njangi together. You people are the kind of friends that you sit together and talk of how to maltreat your husbands. You people sit together, you talk of how to maltreat your wives. You should not have that kind of a friend who will come. You should have that kind of friend who will come and tell you that no, the way you have been spending money on alcohol, I don't like it. Why are you spending so much money on alcohol? You should be saving money for your future. No, they will not say it, because you people are planning on how to drink more money on alcohol, spend more money on alcohol to show friends that you have arrived. You are not building anything together. Have that kind of friend who will come and ask you, who will ask you, like, have you been able to get a plot, or how much do you save? How much do you save in your account? Have that kind of friend who will be asking you, when are you planning to get married? Have that kind of a friend who will normalize your situation as well, like making your life experiences not to feel to weigh on you, like asking you, like, maybe sometimes you are not married and your friend will be like, okay, it's good, it's very normal, it's not everybody that must get married. Don't have those kind of friends who pressurize you to go and get married because everyone is getting married. Now, have those kind of friends who will normalize the fact that not everybody will have a child and then talk with you. Meanwhile, your friend is looking for a solution to get a baby. Your friend will also make you to understand that it is not like obligatory for everybody in life to have a child. So you should not be that kind of friend that will tell you that no, for me, I'll go sleep with, I just find any man picking sleep with and get your picky, or like go to do this thing, go and see some baba somewhere or go elsewhere to look for solutions to have a child because you are supposed to have a child. Some friends will even keep reminding you that if you die tomorrow, who will bury you? I beg, try to get your child. Or that you are not getting married today. Everybody is getting married. You are not getting younger. It's good to get your husband. Like, who husband help? It is not the fact that everyone must get married. Not everyone must get a job. Not everyone must get a child. Not everyone must get married. Not everyone must be rich. That is, it will not happen that way in this life. Your friends should not intimidate you. Don't have keep those kind of friends who intimidate you to get things that everybody has. Don't get that kind of a friend who is intimidating you to get a car because everybody in your age group has a car. No, get those friends that would normalize the fact that it is very okay for you not to have a car. It is very okay for you to repeat a class. I am not saying that your friends should advise you to repeat a class, but when you repeat a class, have that kind of friend who will make you to understand that repeating a class is actually not you are not the first person to repeat this class. You are not the last person. People will keep on repeating classes, so don't kill yourself for repeating a class. And then go ahead to look at the reasons why you repeated that class and what you can be able to do better next time to pass from that class and get to another class. Have that kind of a friend who will let you to understand and know it's not everybody that must get married. Yes, not everybody must get a wife or a husband. And then the friend should now put you down and discuss with you to see if getting married is your priority and understand why you are not getting married and what can be done for you to get married if you truly want to get married. Have that kind of a friend who understands that getting a child is not obligatory and that you should not feel bad for not getting a child, and then put you down and then discuss with you to see what you have been trying to do to get a child and what you guys can do together to get that child if it's actually a priority. So get these things straight. These are kind of people that you should get. So be aware of people you keep beside you as friends and what you guys discuss together. Not people that will pressurize you to do things that you are not able to do just because you want to keep the friendship. So it's not also good to keep so many friends, please. It's not advisable. Yes, no, you cannot even have yes, Bisong, there is something that I said here. It is even impossible to have two friends. Yes. I'm not saying that it's difficult. It is impossible to have two friends. Now, there are people that you're acquainted with, not friends. You have people that you're acquainted with, people that can help you, but there is one friend because the moment you have five people that are friends, you are bound to choose one that really narrows down to you as your best friend or as your friend. What we call best friend, that is what is a friend. So when you get that person, then it is the person that you actually call your friend because you now place them on a scale of preference. That's what we call a scale of preference, from the most important to the least important. And the one who is at the top is that person you call a friend. So sometimes the most people that we deal with and that we call friends, there are people that we are just acquainted with, and then we feel that they are our friends. They are not our friends. They are not. So these are people that, so like, if so, I could have looked at my Facebook account and said that, oh, I have 5,000 friends. 5,000 friends that do not know where I live. 5,000 friends that do not even know. Friends should, be able to. When you call somebody a friend, the friend should know your family. The friend should know what you like and what you dislike. The friend should be able to know where you come from and should be able to get acquainted with your friends and your family. These are people that you should call friends. I think I have but seasonal friends in my life. Clementina says she has but seasonal friends in her life. Yeah, seasonal friends are those who will jump in when you are in a situation, and they always come to get something. And once they get what they are getting from you, they go away. They cannot solve your problem. The seasonal friends can never solve your problem. They can always come to you because they want to achieve something. You can never build together. So you don't build with seasonal friends. You don't build in seasons. That is not what will happen. Friendship is something you have to continuously building in your life. Friendship is not like a house where you just build in a season and then that is all you look forward to another season to see if you can build another house. No, you have to get a friend where the materials that we use to build friendship are the same materials that we use to maintain that friendship. So if you can build friendship, you can maintain the friendship. What if you are always the one going towards the other person? Now, that friendship needs to be reciprocal. It has to be reciprocal. It needs to be reciprocated. Because if you are the one who is always going out, we call that one a choke skin. We call that one a choke skin, though. So normally, meanwhile, it is not all. It's always. I always tell people that when I'm talking with people on a daily basis, I always tell them that first, don't look at what you are doing your friends are doing to you. Look at what you are doing to them. Give yourself so much time to see those that you have and do whatever possible you can be able to do to them. Don't compare. Don't compare. Don't think that you are doing more than that you are supposed to do and that they're not doing anything. No, don't always look at that first, but make sure that you are doing your possible best to the person that you call your friend. And when you do your possible best, leave them to do their best. And by the time that you see that they are not doing their best, let go of that friendship. It is not a friendship. Yes, it is not friendship. Hello, Fomuki Princess. Thanks for joining. What if you are okay? I already read that comment. Let me see if I have any some questions first. From whatever the problem is, we will eat first. Kara says, whatever the problem is, we'll eat first. Yeah, always make sure that you eat. Some will help you and get you into more problems. Yes, that is true. There are some friends that one is not help. That one's what we call help with condition. Some friends who they don't genuinely help you. Like we there are some friends that might help you and get you into trouble intentionally, and there are some friends that will help you and get you to trouble unknowingly. Now, the friends that will help you and get you to trouble will help you out of that trouble. Because if your friend helps you and you get into trouble and the person abandons you in that trouble, that one is not a friend. Normally, friends should be able to go into trouble together because once you are in that trouble, automatically your friend is also in that trouble. So that is a good one. Most friends will help you and then get you into trouble. Now, there are times that I just die inside with my problems because I don't actually have who to share the problem with. Yeah, you don't have a friend. That is very normal. We don't have friends. Most of us, 99% of us here don't have friends. So you are not alone in that. Just listening to someone is super helpful. Yes, just listening is super helpful, Kara. In most cases, people just want to be listened to. Because normally, if I bring my problem to you, listening is not that kind of passive listening, like you are talking. Because that's why I said that this listening skill, like this, is very important. We all need to have this listening skill. If you don't have this listening skill, you are not listening skill. You don't need to go and learn it from school or elsewhere. It's not like when I talk about listening skill, most of us will feel that you need to go to a certain school before you learn listening skill. To be able to have this listening skill, you need to first of all be patient. Be patient and then understand that you don't know everything. Be patient and understand that people are going through things that you don't know. Be patient and understand that you have to learn. Be patient to learn. And when people bring their problems, you don't feel that you have already listened to that kind of problem before. Someone will come up with a problem to you and will be like, yesterday, my wife or my husband slapped me. And you are like, oh, this is what is it is so terrible. This is how men are like. They will keep on slapping their wives. The other day, this other friend of mine came with a problem that the husband also slapped him or slapped her. What are men turning into? You are not listening because you already claim that you know much about domestic violence. You will be like, I'm even an advocate for domestic violence, and our meetings we are always talking about this, but people keep on beating their husbands or their wives every day. What have you listened? What do you know? Listen to the person, let the person talk to you, and then you get what the person is going through. Another person will come a problem to you, maybe with a financial problem, and the more the person starts talking, you are just in a hurry to cut over because you know that you don't have the money. Somebody will come, maybe the landlord just drove. I'm saying, like, because this is one of the most common problems that we have. Like, my landlord sent me away from the house. You don't want to listen deeply to this person because the first thing in your mind is that this person wants to ask for money and I don't have the money. And you're like, there is no need listening to this person. Meanwhile, I will not be able to help. I will not have money. You are not there. You must not give the money. Listen to the person. The landlord drove the person out of the house. Yes, listen. Take your time and listen to what the person has been through. From there, you can be able to even talk to the person. But the moment that the first thing that comes into your mind is that this person is explaining the problem to me because they want me to help, and I don't have help to give to the person, and then you don't listen to the person. And in some cases, we prioritize our problems so much. That is why we don't even listen, because the moment somebody is talking about his or her problem, you are thinking more about your problem. What happened to you yesterday? And you are like, if I've not been able to have solutions to my problem, do you think that is your own problem that I will solve? Somebody is talking to you about, you say, Mami, your own better, yeah. You're even better as a day. So if I tell you my problem, then you sure your job go die. If I tell you things that we don't dey go through for the house, your job yeah, just leave, and so you never get problem. This is what most of us say. How many times have you taken your problem to your friend? Your friend say you don't even get problem, just leave them. You're on as small, you don't have a problem, and you have not even listened. You have not. That's it. And you claim that the person is your friend. No, you said if you tell me that I don't even have a problem, that you have more problems, and you claim that you are my friend, the first question is that why did you not bring it to me since? Why did you wait for me to come over to you before you start telling me that I don't even have problems? That is the question you should ask yourself. So if you take your problem to somebody and the first thing the person says you don't have a problem, yes, put in your mind that you don't have a problem and leave the person. Friendship not be by force, not the work at chook skin. No, we used to belong to the Chook Skin Association, but there's a time I long graduated from the Chook Skin Association. If I bring my problem to you and you are like, I don't ever have a problem, I will agree, I don't have a problem. I will leave you with your problems. Say, carry your problems and go. There's no need explaining. What am I explaining? We have already say, Master, leave and so you don't get problem. You are just leave her. If I tell you to where to go through it, like I know that I have had problems in life that sometimes I had a problem that I had in 20, I think that was in 2020. I had a problem that I was dealing with, and I met one of my friends. This was a problem that had to do with scamming, where somebody had to scam and take away some money from me. And then when I met one guy and I was trying to explain, the guy is also a friend of mine. Like, let me say a friend of mine. Yes, just call it a friend. Like, how will I call it? Because it's not a friend. And this guy has money, someone that really has money. I was like, still trying to explain. And the guy was like, if it's about money now, it's just that he has been through a lot this year. That if he just explains to me, I listen. I said, okay, let me listen. I said, let him explain his problem. The problem that he explained to me, I was talking to somebody about millions of money that I lost. And the person was telling me that, like, if I hear what he has gone through, and it was because he set up a business for 300,000 francs, and he bought something for 300, a second hand bike. Let me just say it clearly. He bought a second hand bike for 300,000 francs and gave one guy to be giving check every day, and the guy was not giving the money for that check, and that he had to go with that guy to police station and do all this and that he has been through a lot. That is 300,000 francs. It was like, I don't ever have a problem. Then he tells me why he has been through. I instead listened to his problem. He never listened to my problem, and then already concluded that I should not talk about what I've gone through this year to him because he had a serious problem. And this is somebody who deals in millions, but just because he gave a bike to someone, a second bike for 300,000, and the person was not giving check and giving him a lot of trouble, he never wanted to listen to my problem because he claimed that I never had a problem. These are kind of friends. See what you do, work I keep and saying I friend them. See, now you that don't disgrace you. Okay. Okay, Tiwa Anita says, I am the one always solving other people's problems. But even when I have a problem, the same people will not take me seriously because they always think I am a super being with no problem. This is what I've talked about. So you need to change those people that you call friends. Now, this is exactly what I was talking about. That if you are somebody and you are in a group where you're always the one buying drinks or you're always the one solving problems, then you don't have go to a group where people solve problems. Don't be in a group where they are solving problems because you will never grow, Anita. So if you are in a group, if you have friends where you are always the one solving problems and no one solves your problems, then leave that. No, it is a time to immediately leave that circle. If you don't know how to change friends, come to me. Let me teach you how to change friends. See now, if you are with people and you are an overseer, you are the oga quarter inside that one, leave. That means you have graduated from that level. You have to graduate and leave that level. Friends means that you do things together, not that you do it for people. That is what friendship means. Because if you find yourself in a circle where you are a problem solver, you are the only one who is a problem solver, you are the only one who shares, you are the one who bring people out of problems. No, you are not friend. You can get out of there, you help them. You can be helping them to solve you can be like a resource to them. I'm not saying that don't always help them. You can help them to solve their problems, but know that they are not your friends. You need to look for a friend. Look for a friend where you people can come together and solve your problems, not a relationship where people you will always be the one to solve people's problems. Prefer to die in silence. Okay, so it's sad. So how our so-called friends contribute more than when someone is no more. Yeah, yeah, we contribute more. Most of our Njangi groups that we have made, the world has already made things to be like people should only help more when people are in trouble. Like you don't help people to grow, you help to. Now, what does that mean? This is we are like making it a standard. Like we have made it a standard where people are helped only when they're in trouble, but we don't help to prevent people from getting into trouble. Preventive medicine is more than what we call curative. So it is good to prevent from getting into trouble or getting sickness or than to get into that illness and you start looking for a way to cure yourself. If you are in a group, if you are my friends and then you feel that the day my mother will die or my father will die, I will need help so that we can contribute 10,000 francs and give me to bury my mom or my dad. Why not contribute that 10,000 francs and give that friend to set up a business and help his or herself so that when the father or the mother dies, he or she can be able to have money to take care of the funeral expenses. If you are my friend and you feel that the day I will have an accident, you will look for money and then they will contribute this particular amount of money and help me so that I can be able to get out of trouble. Why not contribute that money and give me now that I'm alive and tell me to set up a business so that when I have an accident tomorrow, I can take care of myself. In this, by doing this, you also hold people accountable and you make people accountable to themselves as well. Why? Because I know that I am not depending on any person for anything. They have already settled me, and I know that this is my life. If I don't take care of this particular problem, when I have an issue tomorrow, I will be bound to be in trouble. I know that some people will not still be able to set up the business, but people who have conscience and people who know what they're doing will do it. So help people when you are able to, and help to establish people and not help them to give them bread. It's it is unfortunate that we cannot empower our friends. Our friends cannot come to an opening business event and contribute money to just boost your business. They will rather come wait to your death and do contributions. Yes, of course. They will not. They will not. If you just like, if you set up, just go to your page and on Facebook, and then you are like, you have this social amount. If you have 5,000 friends on Facebook, like we really call friends, and we'll say, okay, let's just contribute 1,000 francs, and then help me, and this 1,000 francs for 5,000 friends. Now, how much you check? See money, that one around 500K. I'll just take that money, go offline, safe. See, if you have 500 friends, let's be sincere, or 5,000 friends, and or not even like, let's not just even say randomly, because let me go to WhatsApp, because most of the people that you have on WhatsApp, like if you can have my contact and we're already on WhatsApp, it means that we have some kind of a personal relationship. On WhatsApp, you have about 1,000 friends on your WhatsApp, or 500, and these friends can, like, they just contribute 10,000 and give you. That is so much money. Or let's say 5,000 and give you. That's so much money, but they'll wait until when you have a problem before they can come and then give that money, so it will not have any use for you. It's unfortunate that, yeah, they will have, when one is alive, none of them cares. Okay, even ask for support, they don't have, but let them hear someone is no more, they contribute heavily for drinks and food. Yes, they will do that. They will just contribute for food and everything. You are very right, sir. I used to think I had friends. I will always contribute in every occasion, but when it was my turn, nobody showed up or even called. I was very offended and had to, you know, go away. Of course, that is the gospel truth, right? Yeah. Now those people are frenemies. They will help you waste all your resources so you all look useless. Yes, they will help you to take away your resources, and then they want to even make you to beg from them. We have most of those friends where they want to crumble you to make sure that you have nothing. And when they finally discover that you have nothing, you'll be the one that to always come to them to beg. Those are kind of friends that they want to be Oga, quarter in the group. More grace to your elbows, big brother. Thank you, Sir Julius. Okay, let me see the few comments we have here. You are very right, sir. Very impossible to have more than two real friends. Have one friend, the rest are just there to keep the going. Yeah, those people that you have friends, they're acquaintances. So they are not your friends. They're just there to, be with you and see how you are doing so that they can go and announce when you fall. And those are the people that will always carry the news. immediately you fall, they will be like, you don't see, you don't see a man. That's how they always stand. I say you don't see a man, and I'm that kind of a person. Like, I hate when I'm always feeling a type when you come to talk to me about someone. Like, if you are my friend and you're coming to talk to me about someone, I just picture you talking to someone about me. That's how I usually feel, and this is what happens. I had this my so some of my former co-workers that we used to work together, and they were like, there was one lady at work, and this lady was always taking breaks all the times, always taking breaks, and the guys were like always sitting behind and talking about this lady like all the time. She does that, and always then when the lady is coming closer, they stop talking. Now I used to imagine myself. I said that I'm not perfect at this job place. Like, I'm not perfect. I know that there are things that I do that are not right, even though I might not know what I'm not doing right, but there are things that I'm doing that are not right. Does it mean that this is how these guys will also talk about me when I'm somewhere else and when I'm coming closer to them? Creating an atmosphere of guilt. These are friends that create an atmosphere of guilt, and each time you see them, you feel like they're talking against you. So these are not the friends that you should keep. So as for me, time is the true test of friendship, because even the one you call best friends and share everything with, time comes to disprove and change your definition of friendship, and you end up without a friend. Yes, those are the ones that I call seasonal friends. They are seasonal friends, Anita, and most of these seasonal friends, they are just like a friend. Seasonal friends, they are just the perfect definition of a friend, but they are seasonal. They just come in for a time, and this is why if you really ask yourself what you are building together with the friend, you should be able to know whether the friend is seasonal or not. Do you have any long time goals with that friend? Those are things that you should know, because those friends that they might do everything to you, they might portray all the listening skills or all the 5 steps to resolving your problem as a friend, but they are still very seasonal because they know what they are achieving, and after a very short period of time they will go away. So ask yourself what you guys are building together. If you ask yourself what you are building together, then you will know whether this friend is just there for a moment or not, because we have people who can act, people who can stay in your life for 1 year just to get access to what they want, and once they get access to it, they go away. I had a cousin of mine. When we in those days when we were growing up, we had like there was this girl. The girl was a Christian, and in their church where the girl fellowship, they said that you could not marry someone from another church. So that if you have to get married to someone, it's not like you have to believe that you have to be a Christian. No, the condition was that for you to get married to someone in that church, you need to be a Christian in that church. And now this guy has never even been to church in the first place. He was like, he has never he did not even know how to pray. But this girl was a prayerful girl, and she was always in church and all and not. So this guy actually decided that he was going to step into this church and do everything possible to get married. It still happens today, though it might not actually be the same, but it does. The guy went into that church, and you need to see in the evening how this guy will be carrying Bible to church and back, attending all the programs in church. And it was almost like the church was really testing the guy. They gave him up to a year, and the guy stayed in the church, was really doing everything in that church. And at the end of the day, when he got married to the girl, he left the church after they must done everything and signed everything. He acted for like almost a year and then left the girl. It does not mean that some people you cannot even change them. Like, don't think that because that they are coming closer to you. If the church cannot change you, who can change the somebody? Like, you think that it is a be who for change friend? You cannot change them. Some people, if the person is a seasonal friend, no matter what you do, you will never change them. Because if somebody can be in the church praying with a girl he wants to get married to, carrying the Bible every day, praying and do everything, and at the end of the day gets married to the girl and leaves the church because his sole purpose was just to go into that church to get married to that girl. Who do you think you are? If God cannot change somebody, who are you to be able to change that person during a friendship period? You cannot. Those are seasonal friends, and there is just absolutely nothing we can do about it. Let me just read some few these comments, and then I run up this live show, guys. This is almost about over 1 hour, so tell me so, because people think don't feel me, and tell me so, because people I think okay, sorry, are my friends, don't feel for me, and I feel for them. Yes, it happens. So let me just see if we can take the last few comments, and then we end this live show today. Why is it that when you help a friend and in return you get a bad name? Yeah, that is not a friend now. That's not a friend. That's somebody who are there for benefit. They are friends with benefit. How can you go about with a certain change and distance from people that you call your friends? People that you call your friends, there's a simple way to stop being somebody's friend. If you want to stop being somebody's friend, people that you call your friend, is just to stop the 5 ways that I talked about. You can stop giving attention to them, like talking about getting to stress yourself out. You need to have one friend that you focus on, right? You have friends. Meanwhile, you have a lot of people that you are going to help, that you need to help them, like take them out of. I'm not saying that when you have friends, you have a friend, you should not help other people, help them. But there is the time that you dedicate with a particular person or people and know what you guys are building together. For you to stop to distance yourself from some people or that you are not friends, first of all, stop building what you guys were building together. If you had something that you were building together and you see that the persons who are friends, stop building together. And now, first of all, before you even know that you have a friend, because the people that you are distancing yourself to them, how do you even know that you were friends? You could know that you were friends if you guys had something that you were building together. You had plans, future plans together, things that you are building together. You have ideas together. But at that particular moment where you don't have anything that you guys are working on together, you are not friends even. So you were just together, so not friends. So I think that is it for today, guys. Um, that is it for today. I think we had to diagnose a lot as far as hmm, who is this now? Okay. Yeah. So I think we had to diagnose a lot as far as friendship is concerned. Thank you so much for being part of the program today. We looking forward to having another session next week. It will not be on this page. I don't think I might have another session next week because I'm having a guest, and that will be on Voice of the Voiceless. Again, I want to thank you so much for being part of the program. I'll leave you with some good music so that you can enjoy it and have a good, very beautiful evening. Oh, I don't have a song. I don't have a song. Okay,
My eyes have seen, my ears have heard of your mighty deeds and powerful show of love towards me. Good, good shepherd, good lover. I join the angels to shout out your praise. Idima, Idima, Idukwe. Onye nemema, Imama, Netiokwe. Idima, Idima, Idukwe. Onye nemema, Imama, Netiokwe. Oyoyo Chimoma, Olisabinigwe. There is a melody in my heart unto you. Overflow with joy, overflow with praise. Daddy, daddy, all that you do is marvelous. Verily, verily, you are good, Lord. Verily, 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 you are so good. Verily, verily. Oh, anyanwụ tutu, ogani denelu mmiri. I join the angels to shout loud your praise. Idima, Idima, Idiwe. Onye nemema, Imarama, Nesiokwe. Idima, Idima, Idiwe. Onye nemema, Imarama, Nesiokwe. My Jesus, lover of my soul, you are the reason I live. You are my everything.
okay. All right, and bye bye. I'll see you all next week.